Hi. Okay, so I'm here again with my new microphone. We'll see how this picks up the sound. But, we talked this morning in a class about abundance, about what to do moving forward when you really want to call in that abundance and connection to Source. And it requires this surrender, a trust, a surrender that you need to pull in with Source energy, with the divine. So people ask, well, how do I do this? And I want to take you through a brief experience right now. And one thing you can do, the first thing you can do, is reflect on how you've already called it in. So, think about the past 6 months and where you are now as opposed to before. Because when we look at things in a small window with our blinders on, we look at other people and think, oh, they're manifesting, they're calling it in, but I'm not. But if we take a step back and look at the bigger picture, we might recognize that we've actually been creating abundance or shifts for ourselves for a long time, and we just don't recognize it because we want it to happen right now. And sometimes it's not meant to happen right now. But one way that you can enhance this ability and start to move into a place of creating what you want is to recall what you've already received by looking back, and you can comment it below. That would be really great. And then using frequency and thought processes to move into a new space of awareness and partnership, sacred partnership with the divine. So the first thing that I would say to do would be to find an oil. I like to use joy. I just put Sacred Mountain on my hands and higher unity. And then call in that energy, that frequency, and say, I am abundant. So you're using this affirmation, you're engaging the limbic brain, and you're starting to really call in and think about it. Because if you think about the things you put attention on, that's what we create in our life. So if you've been working the last 6 months to grow your leadership skills, right, then that's what's going to be showing up for you now because you put the time in. But have you put the time in to visualize and creating what you want to create? Have you put the time into abundance? Have you given yourself that permission to breathe in and tell yourself, I am worthy of abundance? Abundance is my birthright. So after you take record and you think of all the things you have created, start to breathe deeply, connect inward, and use the breath as a tool for surrendering. I'm going to move my microphone here. So as you use the breath, I'm going to teach you something that you can do as you visualize. So take a moment, breathe in that oil if you have it. Start to relax into your body, align your spine. Sit up, align your spine, bring the breath into the lower abdomen, and start to call your attention inward first, into your body sensations, where you're holding tension, where you're holding this disbelief that you might have, and start to call in unseen support, right? All that beautiful support from guides, angels, ancestors, whatever it may be, Source energy, love, however you view it, start to call it in through the vibration, through the frequency of your own body. And as you call it in, you may want to imagine a loving embrace from the Divine Mother, from the Divine Father. You may want to imagine a loving embrace from Earth, a connection wildest dream, the thing that you want to create, the world and life that you wish for. And maybe you feel stuck. Maybe you feel like you've been trying a long time and you haven't gotten there. Well, in this moment, imagine that you can release that dream into this space and it will be taken from you. You don't have to do anything other than believe and trust that it will come true. So do that now. Release it and watch what happens. Maybe a transformation. Something may shift. You may feel a lightness. Just notice. And imagine that in this moment, now that you've released this intention, now that you've given it over to something greater, you can know that any thoughts that you have moving forward, you have power over your thoughts. Choose now to only allow the thoughts in which will support you. So if you have negative thoughts, thoughts of disbelief, that they will just be released as quickly as they come in and be replaced with thoughts of abundance, support, manifestation. Because the act of surrendering is a practice to continually surrender to spiritual guidance, spiritual support, and not get caught up in your fear. Replace fear with love and hope. And that is our practice of abundance for today on this Saturday. Continue the work at home. Continue to imagine whatever came to you today. You can put what came to you in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Continue to breathe your oils and release thoughts of fear and negativity, because those are just thoughts that you place on yourself, limiting beliefs. Replace them with thoughts of abundance, prosperity, hope, and just see what happens when you start that practice. Keep us posted. Have a wonderful week, and may your life be full of wellness, abundance, purpose, and hope.